Previously on the Real Housewives of the Holy Bible reunion, how's Ishmael doing?
He's doing absolutely amazing. I'm grateful that someone finally asks of him.
Hagar and her son were sent away because the boy was making fun of my Isaac during the feast.
Who has been saying that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Delilah. It was you.
I said that?
This episode, 3 more friends join the drama. As always, I'm your host, Randy. Let's get straight into it. We're back for part 3 of the 4-part reunion of the Real Housewives of the Holy Bible, and once again we are joined by 3 more friends of the show, Leah, Rachel, and of course, Jezebel. Hello, ladies.
What's up, Randy?
Good afternoon.
Hey, Randy.
Let's waste no time and head straight to our sisters, Leah and Rachel. This season, you both made it extremely clear that your ongoing family feud is far from over. Let's watch.
Well, that's a poor assumption. I think we've shared enough. Separate rooms, please. Technically, she stole him from me, and she's never apologized for that.
She thinks that I owe her an apology. Good thing she doesn't get paid for thinking.
Are there any questions on there about me? Always Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. How about Leah, Leah, Leah?
Well, Rachel, we've actually got a question for you. Robert from Amsterdam wants to know, Rachel, it seems like you have a lot of misdirected anger towards your sister, but don't you think Jacob deserves a bit too?
Say it again, Rob.
I've heard that question more times than I've been called barren, so let me set the record straight. I was promised to Jacob. He worked 7 years for me. Me, not Leah. She knew how much we loved each other, so I didn't expect her to go along with it. And who says I didn't correct my husband in private? All of our business doesn't need to be written down for the world to read. So Randy, please don't ask me silly questions.
That wasn't me. That was Robert from Amsterdam. I'm just the messenger.
Well, to you, Robert, and anyone else on this couch who has their opinion on my marriage and what I do with my family, I hope this is clearer to you now.
Leah, any words?
I think Rachel just doesn't want to accept things for what they are. If Jacob didn't want me, why would he come back for more children? And I know I'm not the only one who thinks this. Eve was also Team Leah.
No. Please don't drag me into this. I am not getting involved in sister's mess. I made it clear that I was Team Leah out of pity for you, Leah. That was all.
I think we're all treading lightly on the situation because it's between sisters this time. So at the end of the day, what we say doesn't really matter.
Or some of us just don't care.
For once, I side with Delilah.
Okay, well, ladies, Jacob will be joining us shortly, so maybe that'll really help us put this all to bed.
Messy.
But before we move on, Ruth, we have a question for you from Phil in Washington, who wants to know, Ruth, it was reported that you and Leah know each other as you attended the same motherhood and antenatal classes. Do you guys know each other? And if so, Ruth, why are you Team Rachel and not Team Leah?
I'm not sure who's putting those reports out because Ruth is a Moabite and we are Israelites. She didn't grow up with us. She didn't play with us. I hardly knew her before the show, so false.
We didn't go to school together.
No, we
She's
didn't.
right. Because she's older than me. However,
I am. Just a few years.
well, we won't go there,
We
but
can.
you weren't in classes with me. You're actually one of the oldest here.
I'm 43 to be exact. I'm 43 to be exact.
Okay, well, congratulations. Randy, any more questions?
Nope, let's switch gears. Jezebel, this season you broke the internet as you made it very clear that we should know exactly who you are. Let's watch.
I don't need a tagline. You already know who I am.
All the other queens you could have brought on and you chose Jezebel?
Stupid.
None of it's true?
None of it's true. Okay, maybe some of it's true.
All of it's true. Jezebel is a nasty piece of work. She makes me look good. Again, who are we talking about?
Sarah, question for you. Patty from Sydney says, Sarah, why pretend like you don't know who Jezebel is? We hardly knew who you were before the show aired.
See, that's a lie. Everyone knows who I am. I'm right at the beginning of the Bible. What's true is that I had no idea who Jezebel was, and still don't. No shade, just honesty.
And that's okay. At your age, I wouldn't expect you to remember anyway. No hard feelings.
Okay. Queen Esther, we're coming to you next. I think we'd all like to know what was meant by the low-budget comment you made about Jezebel.
First of all, Randy, why are you calling me Jezebel? Stop calling me Jezebel.
Pardon me.
It's Queen Jezebel to you.
That's my mistake. Sorry, Queen Jezebel.
Now, Esther, are you answering the question or not?
That'll be Queen Esther. To you.
Hmm.
And I understand the show runs on a tight budget, so Jezebel was all we could afford at the time. I said what I said.
Well, what you said was some...
Okay, let's not go there. We're going to swiftly move on to you, Delilah. We had a lot of questions come in for you from that episode.
Yes, and we'll start right here. Queen Jezebel from Sidon wants to know what you meant when you said, I'm a nasty piece of work.
Randy, I thought you were asking the questions. Or do you have a co-host now?
Well,
Just answer the question.
I only answer to Randy.
I am in charge of asking the questions, Queen Jezebel, but we will definitely get to your point.
If we don't get there now, I will leave this set, Randy.
Leave. Great idea.
I do think you should go.
Well, so be it. Delilah, I'll meet you outside. You can answer my questions there.
Any final words, Delilah?
No.
See what happens when you're stingy with the budget during casting?
Okay, I think it's best we take a break. Leah, Rachel, don't go anywhere because after the break, we'll be joined by the husbands. Adam, Jacob, Boaz, Abraham, and of course Samson will be joining us for the final reunion episode. Don't miss it.